All right. And we are live. Good morning and welcome to the Angel and Tina Morning Show. Hello, gentlemen.
Hi, Tina.
Hey, Tina.
I
Thanks for
get it
having us
all
on.
by myself today. I get you guys all by myself.
Don't get it right in
Amazing.
the face, Tina. Good-looking guys.
I got two good-looking guys with me today.
You got both sides, old and young.
Beautiful.
My favorite piece. I don't know what Angel was thinking of letting me have you guys on by myself. So what are you guys doing during quarantine?
Well, I am making money, guys. I mean, I have my tax office, as you can see. This is an office. We haven't slowed down. We've kind of rock and rolled with using some of my old techniques that I really did in my book, The Perception. So we've been using the same stuff that I've used for over 30 years to build my office. So we're not slowing down. Actually, we're slowed down today because I wanted to be with all you nice people. I got people
thank
in
you.
my...
I appreciate you coming on with me today. What about you, Matthew? Matt?
We've been, the Matt works as well. And I love to hear that.
I have a little nickname for you, but I won't call you the nickname, I promise.
100%, 100%. For us as well, it's been busy. We've actually grown. We've seen a 50%, 65% increase in sales. I've hired a sales director. I've brought on a couple of salespeople. And I think the most exciting thing is that our clients have been experiencing incredible results. So we've just been really putting a big focus on that, results for ourselves and for our clients. And it's been beautiful. I've been really, really enjoying it.
It's given me a bit of time. Have you had to pivot your business in any way at all?
Oh, no. My business is online and it's been online for the past 6 years. Okay. So, when we met, I was speaking on stage and traveling around the world, but in actual fact, that's not where most of my business is.
Yeah.
We help our clients generate 2 to 5 high value leads per day from LinkedIn without paying for ads. And we use the system ourselves and it works. It's beautiful.
Wow. And then what about you, Albert? Did you have to pivot your business in any way?
No, because we were doing, before this stuff, we were doing 500 emails a season. We just flipped the model and now we did, as of yesterday, we did 950 emails. So we've been doing email marketing since the days of text. So, so we just not flipped the model, but we were just using the same models we've been using all along. Just now less people come into the office and everything is done, more is done through email and calling than it was, when I would have people packed in the office.
Wow. And then Matthew, where are you coming from?
I'm in South Africa, Johannesburg. It's getting a little bit cold here. Well, colder. It's not really cold in South Africa, but it's beautiful. It's been a beautiful day.
So your
sunshine.
Winters are summers and summers are winters, right? It's flipped around for you?
We're the opposite for you guys, 100%. Okay.
Wow. And so how cold is it there?
It's not cold at all, really. I've got to wear a jersey. But for me, I'm used to, hot weather and sunshine and shorts and t-shirt. And I've got to put a jersey on. So that's cold,
That's cold for you. That's like us in the South. We're like, oh my God, it's cold. They're like, how cold is it? They're like, oh my God, it's 65.
Yeah. Well, they say here, like on the farm, when, with the farmers and that they're used to it. And when it gets cold, they wear 2 pairs of shorts, that's it.
And then what about you, Albert? Where are you coming from?
Miami area. We've been in Miami.
It's nice and sunny.
Yes. I've been in the same office where I've been on the same street for 27 years. So haven't gone far.
Wow. So tell me what you guys are doing now to stay busy, to stay active in the quarantine right now. Are you guys working out? What are you guys doing? Because, I know, Matthew, you're nice and buff and.
I walk every morning. I don't know if anybody ever follows me. If you're on Facebook, go look at Albert Corey. And you see, I remember, Tina, you always see me like walking on a canal, throwing videos that I'm around my pool. So that's.
You see you always.
So that's what I do. Today I didn't get up early. Usually I walk in the mornings. If not, you'll see me tonight walking. And I'll always turn on if I'm walking and I'll see a duck or something crazy while I'm walking, or just for all these poor people that are locked up in the apartments, I try to make them like YouTube. I make fun of myself. These are my YouTube videos. You know how you see oceans and stuff? Well, I do my YouTube videos of people walking on the walkway in Miami Springs, Florida, or the birds or the iguanas or anything to make people laugh. That's what I do when I'm doing my walking or my pool stuff.
I love it. And then you tempt all of us because you have your pool and everybody else is like stuck in Colorado weather, or, you know, like me, I was in North Carolina. And then what about you, Matthew? What are you doing to stay active?
Yes,
stay
I mean,
nice and fit.
Oh yeah. I work out twice a day. So
you
first
work
thing in the
out
morning,
twice a day?
Yeah. So, I mean, not like crazy. I'm not like a madman or anything, but I like to, when I wake up in the morning, just, you know, get the body going and, you know, do some skipping and some, you know, ab exercises and some push-ups and stuff. And then I work out again a little bit later on in the day. We're also
I think you should go live doing that too.
We considered
Somebody's blushing.
We actually considered it.
I think you should go live doing that too.
So, I mean, you know, we've got my brother's here from, he works on yachts and he's a chef. So he's here as well. So we're all kind of like cooking amazing food. So, you know, we got to stay active.
Yes.
But it's interesting. Like we're eating better now than what we do normally because, you know, there's no takeouts. We're cooking everything at home and man, it's better. I mean, I think we've just actually ruined fast food and takeouts and restaurants because.
So is there no takeout where you are? There's no takeout there?
They just opened it up like a couple of days ago.
Okay, so before we were able to just go and take it out and take it home.
Right.
But you couldn't do that.
No, we couldn't do that. They don't sell cigarettes. They don't sell any alcohol, nothing. Only the retail stores were open. That's it.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Wow. And what about you, Albert? Are you doing any takeout?
Actually, we have, I think in the whole time, we actually, believe it or not, saved money during it because we're stuck at the house. I mean, me and the kids would go, and my wife and the family, you know, go to sushi, go to steak places, Olive Garden. Now everything's closed. And so we just go to the store and go out and buy and just come home and cook.
Are you finding a shortage of food anywhere?
Me?
Yeah.
No, there's no shortage. I mean, sometimes in the
because like up here, there's like a shortage of meat.
Actually, my kids go out to do that, and my wife. You see the shelves a little empty. Just people went just too crazy.
Yeah.
I mean, really, toilet paper?
Yeah, I'm still wondering about that one.
Yeah.
And what about you, Matthew? Are you finding a shortage at all like that?
No, everything's fine. I mean, the shops are full. Initially, when it first started, it was empty, but yeah, shops are full.
And toilet paper too?
People didn't go mad like that here.
Oh, okay. You guys are the smart ones.
Yeah, we were fine with that.
You guys are the smart ones.
100%.
I love it. I love it. All right. So we're going to bring on Albert. I'm going to show you guys how Albert runs his business, a successful person he is. Albert Corey has assisted small businesses for close to 4 decades, starting from cleaning toilets to building a business worth over 7 figures. Who would like to grow their business to over 7 figures? Albert trained under some of the most powerful mentors and coaches in the world, and he applies what he learned, creating his success and ultimately his clients as well. He has trained with Grant Cardone, Tony Robbins, Anik Singhal, Richard Branson, just to name a few. As a speaker, he has spoken on the stages with Bill Walsh, America's small business expert and Women's Prosperity Network. He works with startups, solopreneurs, and entrepreneurs and prefers business no larger than a 5-person office. That's truly his passion. Albert is an author and wrote The Art of Perception and how to make you stand out in a noisy world. Oh, I love that.
Nice.
Which is also a new program to assist small businesses to get to the next level. He has been a leader with the Knights of Columbus and remains involved in monthly service activities. Welcome, Albert. Let me see that book again.
There you go.
Oh, I love it. I love it.
By the way, one of the coolest things about the book is, real quick, how many people out there watching can say, when you type your name on Amazon, your name pops up? I think that is the coolest thing ever.
I know, when I put in there the gratitude journal and Tina Torres pops up, I'm like, oh.
Right. You get excited, you know?
I do. I still get excited like a little 5-year-old. So how long you been in business for? Over 4 decades?
Yes, ma'am. We started out, I mean, that's kind of true what my story was. I graduated from University of South Florida in 1982. Couldn't get a job in Miami. And my parents had a small motel until the maids didn't show up. And Pops comes down knocking on my door. Albert, get. I said, holy shit, I thought there was a fire. No, the maids didn't show up. Get your you know what, and I need you to help cleaning. And that's how I started to clean. I had to do something.
Right.
And then
what made you transfer over to the business side?
This is gonna sound crazy. So I'm working with my parents, and we're from Lebanese background, and we don't get paid. Obviously, you know, they give me a car, food, anything I want. And then Mom comes in one day, never forget this, in 1984, he goes, get a checkbook and get your pen. I go, why, Mom? You owe the IRS. I go, who? Yeah, you owe the IRS. So then I took an H&R Block class, and so I started working for them. It gets even crazier. I'm working for them one day, and somebody comes up in 1985, early in the season, goes, will you come to my house? And the manager goes, sure, no problem, $500. I'm saying to myself, $500? You're only paying me $4 an hour. And that was the ding ding moment that I'm going to go to people's houses. And the rest, you know, 36 years later, I am here. You know, we still did like 3,800 tax returns. We're still doing everything the same, except not as many people coming in. And the system still works, whether the same stuff that I did in 1985 when I started, that the principles still work today.
And what are those principles?
Probably one of the first principles is obviously the power of free. Another cool thing is
the power of free.
Power of free. Always, dude, my phone always ringing. I mean, the world is asking me what happened to my stimulus check. Well, me and somebody in the office, we always go online and help them. I could have sent them, you know, look, dude, go on to IRS and check it. But then I built a part of it pre-internet. I don't know if you can see my card and this is what I'm starting to teach people now, how your business card, you know, I use a lot of low-tech marketing, how your business card could be your best asset. Okay, that's one of the cool things. And you go to events and they say to me, oh, use digital business cards. People aren't going to use it. You know, what for? How come? I had a punk 19-year-old at an event says, well, my generation doesn't use business cards. I go, okay, let me ask you a question. How much, I'll ask you, Tina, I mean, how much is your average, and you don't have to tell me, what is your average ticket? All right.
My average ticket price is about $1,500 to $3,000.
Okay. Let me ask you a question. If I gave you my card and you put the number one question in 9 words or less, okay, and you might have been to a millennium who don't know what business cards, and I can get you to talk to them. Isn't it worth 65 to 60 bucks for 1,000 cards? Even if he throws in the garbage, it's the simplest way to break the ice.
Yeah.
You know, and that's one of the cool things. You know, and now my new modern stuff is, I'm Matthew, and, you know, Tina, we only met recently, but, you know, I post every day. I do videos. I call it the new way of success. And maybe I should do it more on LinkedIn, Matthew, is I call it education marketing. Education marketing is probably the easiest way small businesses can go kick butt in the world, because it's free, and I've narrowed it down that you can do it in 7 minutes a day. 7 minutes. I don't know about you, but that's usually the time it takes in a Starbucks line, and it's free. You do it, you know, you could do it on your cell phone, but in 7 minutes a day, you can get your social media out there. So why do you need social? Ask me why you need that.
Why do you need social media, Albert?
Because you want to become the expert. You know,
And so being on Facebook Live creates that that subject matter expert for you.
Yes.
And so how long you go on Facebook once a day?
Yes.
For 7 minutes.
But it might take you, right, it takes you 7 minutes total.
And what do you suggest people say when they go on Facebook Live?
Okay.
What do you want them to say?
Okay. What I started this new little program. What you do is you get a piece of paper and you write down 7 things you want to talk about. What's the 7 most top 7 topics you want to talk about? So now you write the 7 down on a piece of paper, and then you go, hi, my name is, and what's your subject title? I'm the business growth expert. And today we're going to talk about blah, 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 blah. And then you end it with, if you have any questions or comments, please post it below or hit me up on Messenger.
And then do you get people to post?
Oh yeah. Now the trick is if you start giving them value content, they're going to start putting it below or hitting it up in the Messenger. And by the way, you then you put it on your phone, right? And then guess what? There's cheap programs like InShot or Movie Labs that once you do it once, and InShot is better and it's free. You know, it's free. You just go on, Facebook, Instagram. They don't have LinkedIn on it yet, but there's a way that you can put it on your phone for LinkedIn, that you do the same one on Movie Lab and you go bam, 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 bam. And it's there. And the next thing you know, you did your media. Now, what the cool thing is, what people don't understand, you might not get, this isn't crack cocaine that you could get instant gratification. Okay. You won't get, you're laughing. But,
This is the morning show, Albert.
Okay. Sorry.
When Angel is gone, the mice will play, right? When the cat is away, the mice will
Sorry. This isn't a double shot latte. How's that? That better?
That's better.
This isn't Cuban coffee, right?
Right?
Cuban
coffee is almost like crack cocaine.
That is crack cocaine. So what starts to happen is, you might not get them today. I mean, I can tell you this year alone, I made over $3,000. You know why? People that I talked to 3 years ago. Why? Because I kept pounding. I call it pounding. Next thing you know, they need you. That's why I said they might not need you today. So you start doing the lives, and that's one way. You start doing Facebook. And here, an example, how did we meet? Because we were in an event. Listen, even in quarantine days, what I teach, and I didn't bring it with me, my 5 steps. By the way, if anybody wants to get a hold of me, find me on Facebook at Albert Corey. I put it right here in the group. You can get a hold of me at Albert Corey. Sorry. I know maybe that's okay. But you just start putting stuff out there. You go find groups, we're in quarantine. The dumbest thing you can do in quarantine is watch too much Netflix. Okay. There's so many free people out there. I mean, I know everybody in Power Team is out there doing events, webinars and Facebook Lives, because you can't go nowhere. Yeah. You got to get your content out. And Tina, all this content is usually what? Free. So you might as well suck up all this free content, because guess what, guys? The minute we open up, here's what's going to happen. The rich are going to get richer and the poor are going to get poorer. Why? Because the rich guy took the time, instead of watching Netflix. I mean, sure, you did your mommy duties, you did your work duties. Then the minute the door gets up, the rich are going to get rich and the poor are going to get poor, because the rich guy has already sucked in all this content. And when we open up the door, it's going to be like, bam, we're off to the races.
Yeah. So Albert, what have you been doing to enhance your business and increase your personal growth?
Obviously I've been listening to a lot of that's how we met. Yeah. I've been listening to you and Tina, you and Angel. Stuff every day. I listen, and then I take it and I work it, and then I make it a point. You see, whatever I learn in her class on Mondays, usually Tuesday and Wednesdays, I'm like pumping it out there.
You're taking the information, you're actually implementing it into your business
instantly.
Yeah.
And we're moving it forward.
I like that. So what are a couple of things that you have implemented so far in the last 6 or 7 weeks?
Part of what I implemented is like I had to change up my podcast. It was the Taxman show, and then I realized nobody doesn't care. And now it's like increase your bottom line. Because on my podcast, we don't, I mean, if you ever listen to it, and you can go to Albert Corey 360. See, Albert Corey 360. I'll put that in the bottom, and you can get it there. It's because the podcast is really, it's about business. It's not about tax. Yeah. I mean, I had the tax man because that's what everybody would call me in the office and on my car. But we're really trying to show people how to build businesses. So I changed it the other day, increase your bottom line, because whatever we're doing, whether you're doing Facebook Lives, business cards, events, finding the right accountant to make sure you increase your money, it's all about increasing your bottom line. And that's what I'm about, is increasing your bottom line. Because if you increase your bottom line, that's what businesses are about.
How do you increase your bottom line? What are a couple of ways that you can increase your bottom line?
Well, part of you can increase your bottom line is real quick is on the accounting side, make sure you file your stuff on time. I cringe when people have to pay late fees to the IRS. Oh, I didn't know. Well, if you were following me and paying attention, that there's dates for everything. Your corporations are due in every state on a certain date. If you file late, it's late. I've been doing a lot of webinar. I mean, for years, people are just too cheap and stupid. Oh, I'm sorry. I'm not supposed to say that. That you don't want to go to events. You don't want to get, success is a contact sport. And because I went to events, let me tell you, can I tell you another crazy story?
Tell us.
I went to Manny Lopez's event in Reno. Actually, we went to another event and I met Manny Lopez. And Manny is good. That's why I learned how to do Facebook Lives through Manny. But you know what I learned through Manny more than anything else that nobody ever does is I've been using text marketing in the office for like 4 years now. I mean, I use a 6-digit text code. The 3 digits, the 5 can be expensive, but the 6-digit is like 4 cents a piece, guys. 4 cents. I sent out one text blast to my clients and I made last year $7,000 in 2 days because I texted the people. 4 cents. Cost me $300 to text everybody and I made $7,000 in 3 days.
And the text opt-in is like a 98% open rate.
Oh yeah. But what I meant by the other texting, Tina, is at least on using the simple text for your business, for brick and mortar, it doesn't take technical skills to use text magic. I mean, maybe the other one you have to program it, but with the one that I use for my office, I actually have 2 texting. One for the business side that I give away a free copy of this book by texting Taxman to 26786. You can get a copy.
Flip your book around.
Sorry. And you get.
Albert, I'm gonna have you send me a copy of that. I don't have one.
Okay. All right. Well, you can get. You want the 99-cent Kindle? Or you want the hard one?
I want the hardback.
Okay. Then eventually, just instant message me your address, and we'll put it out.
And then you're gonna autograph it for me too, right?
Absolutely.
Awesome. And
it works. I mean, what I meant by using the text magic one is it doesn't take any programming. You just put, hey, Merry Christmas, Happy Holidays. You click a button, it's done. So the other one, you might have to think a little bit, but on the six ones, Tina, any business, I can show them how you could do it in 3 seconds or less.
And so you've been doing this for 4 years now.
I've been doing that one for 4 years.
Wow.
We've been doing email stuff to my clients since the Stone Ages. I mean, a lot of stuff since the Stone Ages. We had the custom, the voicemail. This is part of the perception. This is one of the crazy stories that I started in '85. That part of perception is you need to open up a corporation like yesterday on any business because you want to look bigger. You know, I learned that in 85 when we opened up that people will not go to Albert. If you say, oh, Albert Corey, I do taxes. But if you say Corey & Associates accounting firm, now you might be still working out of your house, guys, but the minute you have a corporation, people think that you're bigger. And if you have an email, remember the thing, perception, that you have an email that brands yourself. You're showing up. Now, you might be homeless. This is the story I tell, but the world doesn't know that. You put a voicemail by a professional voice model on your phone, on your cell phone. They don't know, and you're at a real job. They don't know that you got a real job, but you're homeless. Why is this important? We live, get it, in a noisy world, and you got to learn how to stand out. You know, it is no secret that we are now probably one of the largest tax offices in the world, in the country, with just one office, because I know how to stand out.
So you stand out with Facebook Live, with communicating with your clients, and through text, and what else?
Events. I mean, that's how I get people.
Okay.
I mean, I don't go to events to get clients, even though I always get clients out of every event. I just go to events to learn stuff. But every time you go to, you know, another resource that a lot of people aren't smart about is use Meetup and Everbright, and go to all the local events. Okay, if you don't have any money to go on Bill Walsh and go to all the cool events I go to around the country, go to all the local stuff. Most of those are free. You know, like the word free, and you can go meet cool people. And that's why the rich get richer and the poor get poorer. Because success, and I put this on Facebook yesterday, success is a contact sport. Get out and contact somebody.
Yeah, it is all about building relationships, right?
Yes.
It's all about creating that KOT factor, that know, like, and trust. Because people buy you. They don't buy your product.
Right.
They don't buy your service. They buy you.
Right. And, you know, I got clients for over 30 years. You know, I got clients. I mean, we turned, hey, Christina. See, now my crew's coming. You know, we got clients. This is crazy. I got clients from Key West, you know, from Key West to Seattle, from San Diego to Maine, and every place in between. Even when they move, they call me and then they tell their friends. Yeah. Plus, because we're on Facebook, and, you know, we're on Facebook and LinkedIn and any place else, I'm out there, because most small businesses aren't out there.
Yeah.
You know, and
Albert, how do people get in touch with you? What are you going to give our viewers today?
Boy, I like that one. The opt-in is you can text Taxman to 26786. I tell you what, because I love everybody, if you text Taxman 26786, you can get over $297 in value. You're going to get my 5 that I didn't bring with you. You can love me by going to albertc360.com, and you have all my social media stuff. But when you text the 26786 Taxman, you can get the digital copy of my book. We also have, and I forgot it at the house, I have my little graphic, the 5 ways you can increase your bottom line. $300 worth of value. Another cool thing is and I got this one here. You also get my, I don't know if anybody can see this. Got a lot of cool stuff that you get my 40 best tips to make sure you pay less to the government. Because I don't know about you, if you're watching this, I want everybody to put some hearts and love if you enjoy paying. If you like to put more money, get it, increase your bottom line if you pay less to the government.
Right.
So I guess that's increasing your bottom line, right? I'm an income growth strategist, right? Business, I got a bunch of business strategists. It's about increasing your bottom line.
Right.
And that's what I do every day.
Well, thank you, Albert, for being on. Stick around, because we are going to bring Matthew Clark in.
Ma'am.
Matthew is the Rainmaker. He has helped over 1,500 businesses in 18 countries grow using a simple strategy to generate 2 to 5 high-value leads per day from LinkedIn without ads. It's called the Rainmaker System. Are you ready to make it rain, baby? I think you put that on there just for me.
Come on, quit blushing.
Matthew knows I have a little thing for him. Not really for him, just for his accent. I just use him for his accent.
Yep, absolutely. I had to put it on there so that you could say it, of course.
Exactly. Make it rain, baby. In fact, when I
100%.
met him, Albert, I was like, "Can I put you on my iPad?" So when I got a new iPad, I said, "Is it wrong that I want a South African accent because of Matthew Clark?"
It's the best. What can I say?
It is. Matthew, tell us what you've been doing. What are you up to?
Yeah, what, in quarantine in general, like personally in business? You know, what do you want to know?
Everything.
Ooh, that's a long story. I mean,
Got 30 minutes.
30 minutes. Okay, cool.
Wait,
Let's
is
keep
your
it short.
brother there too?
Yeah, absolutely.
Does your brother talk like you too?
Yeah, 100%.
Oh.
Yeah.
South African, we expect him to talk Mexican from South Africa.
I didn't know if he was from South Africa or not.
Yeah, we've also got different different dialects and everything here as well. So there's different accents even in South Africa, you know. So you'll see as we speak to more the Afrikaans people, Zulus or whatever. Yep, they're very, very different accents. It's pretty cool.
I love it. Okay, so tell us what you've been doing. How do you help people make it rain?
So we've got a system that we take people through where we teach them how to get 2 to 5 high value leads per day from LinkedIn without paying for ads. Now, the crazy thing is this is like laser targeted, ideal client leads. And the best part, you can spend half an hour to an hour a day and generate all the leads that you need for your business. I literally got a message from one of my clients this morning, actually 2 of them. So the one guy said he's done, okay, let me actually read this to you because it was just pretty cool. I actually posted it on my, on my group as well. And he said in the last week, in the last couple of days, where is it? Hold on, let me find it. Anyways, in the last couple of days, what he's done is he's had 6 sales calls and he's brought on 4 new clients in the last 2 days.
So he closed 4 out of 6.
4 out of 6. Absolutely.
Wow. All from the system that you're teaching him.
Yeah, 100%. And these results are pretty typical actually, because think about it like this, right? So one option is to go out and to spend some money on ads. And you are, while they say it goes like laser targeted, you spend some money on ads and it gives you a really broad reach that you're going to go target, right? Now, if you're lucky and you've got some good copy and you've got your funnel set up, you're going to get 1 to 2%, between 1 and 3% of people clicking on that ad. Okay. Hopefully from that, you've got a really good landing page where you're going to get, between 20 and 40% or 20 and 50% of people to actually opt in. Right. And then from there, based on what happens in the background, you may be going to get, 15 to 20% of people maybe booking a call with you. That's a lot of steps that you've got to go through and you don't know who you're going to get. And so how we do things differently is that first is, we get laser focused on the ideal client. And what I mean by that, we've got a 3-step system, which is position, connect, and scale. Okay. And so in each stage, we've got different steps that you need to take. And the first thing is get laser focused on the ideal client. And we use what we call the power of 1. Solve one big problem for one ideal client. Once you got that down, you're then going to create what we call the pickup line. Okay. So what this is
I think you had me at hello.
Pickup line.
Yep,
Pickup line.
Done. Yeah, you're going to pick up your clients. It's that initial attraction.
Yeah.
And when you get this right, you go from being invisible to your ideal client to becoming completely irresistible. So let me give you an example of this, right? My company is called The Virtual Edge. So most people would have something like, CEO of The Virtual Edge or author, speaker, whatever it is. What mine is we are currently focusing on coaches, consultants, and advisors. So I help coaches, consultants, and advisors get 2 to 5 high value leads per day from LinkedIn without paying for ads. So what happens now is that if coaches, consultants, and advisors see my profile, they see this picture or I reach out to them, they know how to work with me before they even talk to me. It's a game changer.
And you're already telling them who your target market is.
Exactly. And then, so the next step is you do your profile makeover. So what that means is that instead of having an egocentric profile that focuses everything on you, okay? So where most people have got my skills, we do this, I help you do this, it's all focused on you. You've got to turn it around so it's all focused on your ideal client, how you help them succeed, what problems you solve, how you get them from their pains and frustrations to their goals and desires, what system or structure that you take them through. You want to build that credibility, build that authority, and put calls to action there. So when you get that right, it changes the game. People now start coming to you. They know how to work with you before they even talk to you, which means that you're only talking to people who want what you have. So which means that when we're talking to people, our results on average, we see, leads turning into customers, 67% conversion rate on average.
Wow.
And that's just because we're being so laser targeted, right? I like to make things easy. Because honestly, I want to have a business that impacts people, that other people run, and that they can grow, they can become better people, that they can become better leaders, they can fulfill, their purposes and their missions. And that's my purpose and my mission, to help them do that. My purpose or my mission is to create better business by creating better people. And so I want to do that first in my organization, create more leaders so that I don't have to do everything. And already it's happening, okay, which is stunning. And, I want my focus to be on growing my people so that they can serve more people, so we can create, it's not just relying on me where I can only handle a certain amount of people at a time, but where we can help thousands of businesses grow around the world. And
What do you think
part.
are the top things that people do wrong in LinkedIn?
Oh my gosh. Okay. Those 3 things that I just told you right now, actually, they're trying to go too broad. They're trying to go like hunt with a shotgun. Okay. So they're kind of like just spraying it up in the air and hoping something's going to fall out, right? You've got to go in with a sniper approach. If you've got a sneeze coming.
I was going to sneeze.
Yeah. You got a sneeze brewing there. I can see it.
Keep going.
When you're like,
I was like,
and then someone says, bless you. And then someone says, bless you before you do it. And then you lose your sneeze.
And then you lose your sneeze.
And then it hits you harder 10 minutes later.
I think I'm getting some allergies with you. I'm being honest.
You're blushing, darling. You're blushing.
Let it out. Let it out.
Okay, keep going.
So, so making it all about them as well as another one where they're focusing everything on themselves. So if you read your profile, you got to ask yourself the question, does it look like a CV, or a resume? I think you guys call it there. I don't know if you call it CV. But anyways, it's like...
Wait, what is it called?
A CV.
Or what do you think that we call it?
Resume.
A resume. Okay.
Resume.
I was like, wait, what is it called?
I got to figure out, man. We've got a lot of clients in the US and Canada, and I've got to kind of change some of the words because otherwise they're like, what language are you speaking?
Yeah, we call it resume.
That's what I thought, right? You see.
Yes.
So, if you take a look at your profile and it says like I, we, us, our, and me, then, we call that weing all over your customers. All right. So you want to make it all about them. Absolutely everything all about them. And then I think the third one is, there's tons. I can go on with this all day, but another one is people are using marketing and they're trying to use it to close more sales. You must take a very different mindset. So the mindset is very different. How we look at it is that instead of going in trying to close more sales, we want to open up more conversations.
Right.
How do we build better relationships right before we even talk to people? Build those relationships, have those conversations, okay? And then you want to create a solid follow-up strategy. So most people are not following up, right? Most salespeople or business owners, read between the lines there on that one, give up after one try. So that's 80% of business owners or salespeople give up after one contact, whereas 80% of sales are made after 5 contacts.
Or more.
Or more. For me, when people ask me how many times you should follow up, I'm like, as many as it takes.
Yeah. And then even afterwards.
Yeah. And then once they've bought, then you've got another cycle of the relationship that starts.
You got to start nurturing them.
Yeah. And if you get clever, you start focusing, you start building your business as a back-end business instead of a front-end business,
Right.
which means that now instead of focusing on one-time sales, you're focusing on lifetime value.
Yeah.
Yep.
Right. And so everything that we do, it's all about building that relationship, building those connections, and focusing not just on the initial sale. So always look at it, there's lagging indicators and there's leading indicators. And the lagging indicators are the results. So I picked up a new client, I made $3,000, $5,000, whatever that is, right? I picked up a new client, okay? But the leading indicators leading up to that is, what did I do? What were the actions that I took on a daily basis that got me to that point? Am I putting the right stuff into my head every single day? Am I exercising? Am I practicing sales? Am I reaching out? Am I having conversations? Am I following up? And am I sending, proposals out? Am I doing quotes every single day? If that's your game, how many sales calls am I doing? Those are the things that you need to track and measure. That's going to bring that end result in the end. And most people are not focusing on that. So, I can talk about LinkedIn all day, but, quite honestly, the bigger conversation is, LinkedIn is one piece of the puzzle.
Right.
And in actual fact, everything that we teach can be used everywhere in your business. That's the beautiful part about it.
I was just going to say that.
Yeah. I've got a client right now. She joined us 3 weeks ago, right? And it was on a Friday that she joined. By the Monday, so there's certain things that we teach where we tell you, create your pickup line, go post it out on social media, go and connect with a few people, ask their opinion. By the Tuesday when we had our call, she had 7 sales appointments booked, 7 interviews booked, right? She picked up 1 client immediately before I'd even spoken to her for $3,000 paid in full. Later on that week, she'd enrolled 2 more clients on that. And she sent me a message yesterday. She's got another client paid in full plus another hot meeting that she's having today. And this was all just from doing a bit of market research.
Wow. All of that from doing a little bit of market research. How long has she been in your program?
3 weeks.
Oh.
Yeah, she's already made like 12K.
Right? That's amazing.
There you go.
That's amazing.
I love that kind of stuff, because here's the thing. When there's 2 options, right? And the mistake that most people make when they're going into this is that they try to do everything all at once. And it's difficult. And I've been guilty of that too, right? Because if I had just damn well focused right from the beginning, I would have moved a hell of a lot faster. But we've learned our lesson and we're doing that now, okay? And, you get this like shiny object syndrome, because honestly, there's a lot of good stuff out there, right? But the problem is that, and there's some amazing copywriters and amazing speakers that make their thing sound like the only thing that you need to grow your business, right? And so what happens is that people end up investing in a whole bunch of stuff. Their focus is broken up and they never actually implement to the full extent of what they've actually done or what they've signed up for. So, if I had to start all over again, I would solve one problem for one client, and I would solve a big problem for a big client so I can charge lots of money, and I only need to get like 2 or 3 clients a month to build up a great revenue stream. Like getting to 15, 20K a month within 1 or 2 months is going to be pretty simple, right? Obviously, this now, not when you started out.
Right.
Right. So we learn this along the way, and it's about understanding and just what power of one. It's incredible. And so just going deeper on that and really just getting laser focused, putting those blinkers on, putting the blinders on, finding out and realizing what is actually important in a business. And the number one thing that every business needs, sales and marketing. You need leads, you need clients. Without that, you can do all the operations, you can build all the stuff, you can write as many books as you want. It's not going to mean anything.
Yeah. Somebody told me yesterday that your list is probably the most important thing that you have. Without a list, you have no business. And if you have a list, and you know how to build it, and you know how to nurture that list, and you know how to build relationships and connections with that list, you have the world in your hands.
Well, you said something important there. So I'm not a believer that you need a big list or any list at all. In fact, one of the things I teach is
a big list.
Any list at all. you know, a lot of the clients that come on board, they've never used LinkedIn before to generate leads. And we've got people in all different kinds of stages, guys that are just starting out. They don't even know what their business idea is. People who are in jobs already that are looking to start their sideline thing or use it for their business. We've got people who are starting over, and we've got people who are growing and scaling their business, right? So it doesn't really matter. But the thing is that what you need to be able to do is you need to understand how to position yourself so that your ideal client is going to come to you and get excited, that when you put yourself in front of them, they're like, oh, I want to talk to this person. Okay. Then you need to know how to connect, right? And it's just how to build relationships. And so you can do that even if you've never done it before. I mean, when I first started in sales, I used to do door-to-door sales.
Wow.
What did you use
I did
to
it for
sell?
8 years. So I did it for 8 years. I sold in the UK for a year. I sold gas and electric, getting people to switch their providers onto our providers. And I mean, some days we had some interesting times. I mean, there were 7 different companies doing the same things. And some days it would be the craziest thing, like all 7 companies would go to the same road. And so by the time you get to the door, people are using some very colorful language on you.
I bet. What else did you sell?
Yeah, when I came back to South Africa, I sold switchboard telephone systems to businesses. So PABX copiers, CCTV, and we used to sell them on 5-year lease agreements.
Wow.
Yeah, we were very successful. And, you know, I worked for a company, and then later on I started a business with 2 friends, and, you know, we built that business up to doing, you know, high 7 figures, and we had like 60 staff members, and we did that in 4 years.
Wow.
Yeah. So I love sales. And it's interesting. It's now become less about me doing sales and more about how can I empower my people and how can I guide my people to see things that are coming from different angles so that they can be the leaders.
Yeah. Well, Matthew, what are you working on right now? What do you want our audience to hear from you? What do you have anything coming up in the pipeline? Any new courses or anything that you're doing?
Oh, absolutely. We've got tons of stuff that's going on all the time. So I think one of the most exciting things that we've got, I mean, we've got the Rainmaker system, which is our flagship program. No matter what level that you join in, you have to do that. Okay. And we've obviously got different levels, you know, depending on where people want to go, where they're at, more importantly, and where they want to go. Like we can't get you going and starting to build like systems and automation without having some structures and some lead flow and some clients coming in. But we got something pretty simple. I'm happy to share, give a bit of a gift if you want, if that's cool.
Of course.
Okay, so what I've got is on my website, www.thevirtualedge.com. You can go and get a free training there. And so the free training is the LinkedIn mini makeover, where you can go and make some tweaks to your profile. And we've seen people get leads just by doing that and pick up clients just by doing a few small tweaks. Wow. And then there's a 47-minute training after that, which will take you through exactly how the process works, where you're at in your business, how it can help you get leads, give you some cool case studies as well, so you can see other people that have done it. And, if you want to take the next step, then you just book a call with us on there and we can talk from there. But we've got some cool stuff. We've got some 30-day challenges coming up. These are all paid things. And some really exciting things coming up. So, our next 30-day challenge starts in, what are we in? June. Starts in the beginning of June. It's going to be fun.
I have several people who are blowing my phone up with hearts and love and stuff for you. Saying
Amazing.
How much they love your accent and what to your brother.
Hey?
They said, show the brother.
Andy. 1 second, hold on.
And you muted yourself. He is showing his brother.
What up?
Don't blush.
How you guys doing? Hey.
So we have a bunch of people who are watching who wanted to see this gorgeous man's brother.
It's live streamed on Facebook.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
Don't you think we look alike?
You do definitely look alike.
There you go. How do you like that?
So Matthew, how long have you been living in South Africa? All your life?
Yeah, all my life.
Okay. Yeah,
All my life.
everybody's loving the accent.
I'm
I knew it would be a
glad
hit.
about that.
I'm not usually all flustered when it comes to somebody's accent, but this guy, he always gets me like that.
Yeah, that's how we roll.
He don't care.
No.
So Matthew, what's your last takeaway that you want to give to our audience members?
I would say something a little bit off the topic of LinkedIn. I actually wrote a really cool post about this today. And it's more a case of, I've seen a lot of negativity and I've seen a lot of bad vibes around this whole lockdown and COVID and all the rest. And people are freaking out, not knowing what's going on with their businesses, not knowing what's going on with their lives, where they're going to be taking pay cuts, salary cuts, all that sort of crazy stuff. But I want to leave you with something, because there are people who are working that are really growing their businesses and they're moving forward regardless of what's happening around them, right? So your beliefs will determine your reality, okay? And here's the belief that I have at the moment is that, and that I always have actually, but especially now, is that attention has never been easier to get. People are more engaged now than ever before, and they need what I have now more than ever before. They're looking for new ways to grow, new opportunities, and ways to change what they are doing, and we're here to help, right? So that is my reality, okay? I can share also, if you like, 4 things that people need to do to be moving forward, not in just this climate, but in any climate, okay? So number 1 is to have a crystal clear vision of where you want to go with your business and with your life, and read it every single day. Get excited about it, right? Second thing is to manage your energy and what you're putting into your mind, okay? Get enough sleep. Don't watch TV until, 12 o'clock, 1 o'clock in the morning. Get the right sleep, okay? Stop watching news. Stop spending hours scrolling through Facebook. It's crap. People are complaining, right? Rather listen to podcasts, read books, do online courses, right? And take action. So step number 3 is take action, because the fastest way to kill fear is to take action. Just get started, right? If there's something you've been wanting to do, go do it. Reid Hoffman said, he's the founder of LinkedIn. He said, if you are not embarrassed by your first version, you've waited too long to ship. Okay. Has anyone seen the first version of LinkedIn? It's crap. But look at it now, 660 million members worldwide. It's insane. And then the fourth thing is constantly invest in your personal development, right? Buy that course that you've been considering. It'll pay you back 1,000 times over. Exercise every day, right? Talk to that consultant. If there was a course or someone that you wanted to work with that was outside of your reach out to them, talk to them, okay? If you're worried about money, you can always make a deal.
Yeah.
You can always figure something out. Have those conversations, right? Because, and this came from an ex-Navy SEAL, was that we never rise to the occasion under pressure. We sink to the level of our perseverance and our preparedness. So if you're not preparing yourself for any situation, you're going to sink to the last level back. So go get yourself prepared, go and take action, because that's how you move forward in any situation, in any circumstance.
Do you start your day off like that too?
Hell yeah. I start my day up. I wake up first thing in the morning and I exercise first thing. And then I start doing, I read my vision, and then I do brain feed.
You read your gratitude journal from Tina Torres?
I do. It's part of gratitude is a big part of it. Gratitude is definitely, and it depends what you want, right? So this comes back down to managing your energy. Mm-hmm. So I don't know if you've ever read Power versus Force or Letting Go, any of those books as well, where they talk on the energy scale. So there's also something that I'm learning about right now, which is huge. There's dark energy and there is good energy. There's light energy. And so the dark energy, light energy would be, I want to help people. I want to inspire people. Not always good for sales. Sales, you want more of a dark energy. I want to win. I want to be number one. I want to do this. And if you can find a good balance between those two, that's when you become the most powerful.
Yeah. I love
right?
it.
And so it depends on your energy, and what you want to get done in the day will depend on what you start with or what you end the day with.
Yeah. I
You know,
love
so it's
it.
very interesting. It's becoming more aware and more intentional about the things you're doing in your life and in your day.
Yeah. Earlier this year, I started, and a lot of them know that I always start my day with gratitude, and I end my day with gratitude, which is why I wrote the gratitude journal. And gratitude is a big piece of it. But the visualization of that, like you said, to visualize yourself in it all the time, that's a big part of it. You have to visualize yourself the way you want your life to be.
Definitely.
And put yourself into that, and always have that positive attitude, and always have an attitude of gratitude, and lead with that positivity.
Yeah.
I
And
love
also
that.
don't start your days jumping out of bed and going straight into work. It's terrible. Who wants to do that?
Or right onto Facebook, or right onto the, I know people who
Yeah, leave
start
it
their
off.
day off with the news and end their day off with the news. And I'm like, why?
God, my dad's like that. And I'm
Yes,
like, dude,
my parents are like that too.
yeah, I'm like, dude, and you can literally see the negativity, and you're like, and he watches like Al Jazeera. I'm like, that's like the worst thing.
Throughout the day, it just gets worse and worse. And you're just looking at them
Al
going,
Jazeera. Uh-oh. You
It's
from
like
Lebanon?
the worst thing ever. No, he's not. That's the worst part. He's watching
God.
other people's crap.
yes,
They're
right.
the worst. And that's the worst.
Albert, go ahead and tell us how they can get a hold of you one last time.
Can I put it in the chat box too later?
You can, of course.
Okay. You can get a hold of me one of two ways. You can get a hold of me on social media at albertc360.com. We have our Facebook, podcast, Instagram. You also get our amazing book. You can get our book. You can get our sheets. I got over $297 of value when you text Taxman, Taxman to 26786. And there's going to be a lot of value. If you go on there and you text me back and say, I didn't give you value, this alone would save you money, because these are the deductions that people have saved thousands of dollars. And this has made me millions of dollars, because it's the system I use every day to the next level.
I love it. I love it. Matthew, what is how do you want people to get a hold of you again?
Yeah, so there's two ways. Obviously, connect with me on LinkedIn, right? I'm there. Send me a message. Don't just connect. Send me a message as well. Tell me where you're from, where you saw me, so that I know. I mean, I get tons. I mean, the last week I've had over 2,000 connection requests. It's been insane. Wow. Yeah, it generates business for us. I love it. And then the second thing is absolutely go to my website, go and download the training, www.thevirtualedge.com. Get the training, get the mini makeover, go through the 47-minute video as well. And if you think it's a good fit, book a call with me. Let's talk.
And if anything else, you can just sit there and listen to his voice like I do.
You can follow in Tina's footsteps as well if you want, you know?
Yes, you can follow in my footsteps. I'm Tina Torres, your client retention expert, otherwise known as the gratitude specialist. And I teach you how to create loyal clients for a lifetime. Turn those clients into raving fans and increase your cash flow without adding a single new customer. And you can get your 7 ways to increase your cash flow by texting the word connection to 26786. That's connection to 26786. I have a course launching this week, the Connection to Client Blueprint, where I teach you how to build those connections, turn them into clients, and in turn, turn that into cash flow. You are watching the Angel and Tina Morning Show, where we come to you live every weekday morning at 10 a.m. Eastern. Thank you guys so much for coming and for joining us all the way from South Africa, Matthew Clark and Albert. I appreciate you guys all for coming.
Thank you.
Thank you guys, and we'll see you guys tomorrow.
Thanks so much for having us. Bye.
Thank you.